No, he's
He's
a
not
girlfriend.
married. I don't believe so.
On the Family Guy, he is.
Family Guy.
Is he really?
Yeah, there's a whole show about how his wife's mad at him for not being a man enough, and so she cheats. And I can't remember her name. That's great.
Yeah, that's related to psychology. Thank you.
All right. Hi, Olivia. Don't be scared. This morning, I thought to myself, I'm not going to do this, but I wanted to do this. I'm just telling you. I met Jordan Pilato's father last night.
What is he like?
Who's Jordan Pilato?
He's older. He's an older
Does
guy.
he like Jordan or is he?
He's intense but quiet. No, he's not quite as big
Who's Jordan Pilato?
in his personality.
Oh, yeah.
He's a kid who transferred from Allendale, Columbia, and who is in the 5th period psychology class. And he makes lots of great comments. He's
He's the guy you're
he's immensely articulate. Some people just are born, I think, with the capacity to speak in a really compelling way without even trying, and he's one of
I
those
thought he was
people.
going to say the capacity to hold someone down while they're high in LSD.
I'm not taking this quiz.
That's true. That's true.
Can we push this quiz back to
But I was thinking about how he's from the city, and he tells us stories of walking down Monroe Avenue and being screamed at by all kinds of different people. And I was thinking, about Jordan, that he's from the city. I was going to ask somebody, 5th period, a girl, where, if anybody 5th period was maybe from Bloomfield or Geneseo, and I think Caitlin Broman.
She's from Fairport.
Oh, is she?
Yep.
Who's
She's
the one from
Bloomfield?
Maggie.
Maggie. So if Maggie actually were in the 5th period class, I just felt like, just a city boy, and I would point to Jordan. And everybody would
really
stop what they were doing. And I'd say, born and raised, yeah, and I'd really get into it. You took the midnight train, go. I'd really commit, but I'm not going to. Because that thing is on. So remember, today is the day of reckoning. And I patched together a bunch of multiple choice questions taken from a test that I gave a long time ago. Back in the day when I actually would type them on a typewriter by whale oil, by the light of a whale oil lamp. And then my buddy Herman Melville would come over,
Yeah.
and we'd smoke pipes and speak of the whaling industry, colonial America. And then I'd wake up. Okay, the point is, the tests, the exams might look a little patched together, but that's okay. And here's what we're going to do. You're going to take them, and then immediately after that, we're all going to give Rolf a back rub because it looks like he needs some.
That would be so great.
I don't think he'd like it if everybody. It would be like, help me,
I
help.
would really like it.
If everybody in class gave you a back rub, that would be one of the most traumatic experiences of your life. I promise you.
Rolf, we'd probably yeah.
It would escalate.
It's all at once?
It would escalate. That's what I'm saying. That was the image I had.
Oh.
I'm telling you.
See, I had the image of like a line, and then Austin would.
Yeah, that's a happy.
Yeah, that's a better one.
Olivia would be next
No,
in
but all of
line.
us
She would
at
give
the
me a
same time.
back
See,
rub.
I kind of sensed what he really wanted, didn't I? Except my vision of it was more apocalyptic and sadistic.
I think
It's
that
like
would
Rolf
be very,
screaming
very
while-
pleasant if everybody
I don't
got
know.
30 seconds.
And the soundtrack would be like Sanctus, and it would be like we were trying to convert him to like Satanism or something.
It'd be some sort of like
I don't know.
epic movie.
You've seen way too many horror movies.
That'd be so funny.
And he'd be screaming, and he would be. Now he's kind of easygoing, friendly Rolf. He would be transformed into hater Rolf, and he'd be really goth to the max.
His eyes would glow red.
I wouldn't speak to people. I would just.
Yeah, you'd be the opposite of everything you are now. You'd be in a perpetual state of alertness. You'd get all your work done on time, and you'd love Satan. Okay, so
Took it a little too far there.
wow, a little bit.
A little bit.
Well, We're going to correct this. I hate that. It's such a teacherly thing to say. We're going to go over this, which is also a teacherly thing to say. I'm trapped in Teachodan. Immediately upon your finishing it, how come? Rhetorical question. No, don't want to hear you. Don't want to hear. It's all about me. Don't want to hear you. No, why? Why would we do that?
You're
Seriously.
We need feedback.
Yeah, immediate feedback's always the best. It's the kind that most promotes learning. I don't really give a crap whether you do well or poorly, except insofar as it reflects that you may not have really put much effort into doing your reading. That would be disappointing. I just want you to learn it and live it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Could this quiz possibly not count as much as maybe other quizzes because
You didn't study, did you?
Dolan, I studied to a degree. I know some of it. I don't know.
I studied to the max.
Last night,
Dolan, we just killed
last
Seneca
night- Last
yesterday.
night was pretty rough after getting home, having to wait for my parents.
I didn't get great.
Okay, no. Let me give you this. Let me give you a scenario. I got home around 7:45. Ended up coming here.
Okay.
I was gonna study and do the rest of my homework so I could go to sleep when I got home. What happened was that
The stigmata opened up again?
Mr. Fry, no, Mr. Fry and
I
other
really
people
enjoyed
started
that.
talking with me, and then by the time that I ended up leaving and getting home and showering and able to do everything, it was about 10 o'clock. And I was shit tired.
Our spirit.
Is that a way of
Yeah,
emphasizing how
that's the
tired you
way
are?
of being tired. So I think the first half will be fine, but then when it gets to like the later parts, it's just gonna be very bad.
I hope this somehow promotes your attention, your
Learning.
paying attention, and your engagement rather than
Yeah, I
distracting
think
you.
it does, actually.
Like the father who goes to his son's first school play and is so busy freaking videotaping it that it's like loses contact with his son. They grow apart.
I don't
later in
have a
life.
son.
He doesn't have a son.
I don't have
I know
a
you don't have a
He
son.
would draw
I
if
didn't
he wasn't
mean to
videotaping
liken it.
probably,
I know.
So that's okay.
Say that again.
Christian would probably be doodling if he wasn't videotaping, so it's okay.
Don't you love going to a school where everybody knows everybody else so intimately? Look at that. Hold your pinkies where they are. He's like a Vulcan.
What other crazy faces can you make?
What other crazy
Oh,
eyebrows
do-
can I make with my pinkies?
Rolf, do that weird old man thing.
I know what you're doing, Austin.
What
You're
would they?
The weird old man.
deliberately putting off the quiz.
You are putting off the
Yes, you are.
quiz.
No, I'm not.
You're evil, and I love you for it. All right. Do the best you can. Here's a way of thinking about it. All of you start off with a grade of a solid C, 75%. So let's say you really just do horribly on the quiz and you get half the questions wrong. That's still 12%, or 13 of 25. That's not awful, and you'll do better than that. And if you don't, then heaven help
If you
you.
don't, then I give it 100 points.
No, just do the best you can. Give it a shot. They're all.
Can you do it on Monday, please? Please. Take a vote.
I
just Monday.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
I was not here yesterday.
I know, but you knew in your heart. Everybody knew.